Hi everyone, welcome back to another video of Young Biz. Today we'll be talking about marketing basics and marketing strategy. Before we start today, I would like to start off with asking you all this question. You have $1 million idea. You also have the people and the resources and have made this idea into a reality. You're ready to enter the market and make your initial sales. But how? So, what is marketing? Marketing is a tool businesses use to create awareness about their products and or services. Any business that you have seen or heard of is a direct result of marketing. A company may use various marketing platforms such as social media, or the product may just speak for itself, causing customers to tell their peers about the benefits they've experienced from this product. This indirectly markets the product or service for the company. A great example of this is the iPhone. The iPhone speaks for itself. Though Apple does market its phones, everyone's always talking about how good the iPhone is, increasing customer attraction for the company and in the end resulting in more sales. There are 7 core functions of marketing. The first one is channel management. Channel management is how you get the product or service to the customers. Then is marketing information management, which means gathering market data to make decisions. Then you have market planning, which uses various methods to reach different customer markets. Pricing, which means how much a business should charge to make a profit. You also have product management, which means maintaining, improving a product in response to the market. Promotion just stands for informing and persuading customers to purchase your products or services. And then lastly, we have selling, which provides customers with the products and can occur in several ways. A good example of selling would be retail or e-commerce or even business to business selling. So, the importance of marketing. Marketing is very important for businesses as it gives businesses access to potential customers who may be interested in purchasing their products. Without marketing, customers would be unaware about the significance of your product and how much of an impact it can have on your life, which is the whole reason as to why you're selling it to them. The second reason marketing is very important is that it helps businesses stand out from competition. As you've seen in the past, various businesses sell basically the same product. For example, going back to the iPhone, even Android sells its own phones. In fact, Android phones may, from a technical aspect, even be more powerful than the iPhone. But Android doesn't do as much marketing as iPhone does. iPhone's marketing overpowers its limited capabilities compared to Android. Marketing can also provide insights on how businesses can improve their processes, production methods, and the product itself. For example, if you're marketing with the intention of helping the environment, you can talk about how the production of this product doesn't produce carbon emissions. A great example of this is Apple. Apple has pledged to go carbon neutral by 2030. What this does mean though is Apple is going to have to change a little bit of their production methods so they don't use various metals and various materials, and they'll have to change a little bit of their processes to reduce their carbon footprint. So now we understand the importance of marketing, but we also need to talk about how businesses market their product. This is called marketing strategy. But before we get into that, I would like to give you all an example. Let's say we have a water bottle company. Going back to the 3 questions that we just asked ourselves, how will people find out about this water bottle company? How will the water bottle company outdo its competition? And what will this company do to grow their business and increase their overall performance? Marketing strategy is a overall game plan created by companies to convert prospects into customers. Marketing strategy is really supposed to help in the long term of converting prospects into customers. Small steps may be taken to marketing strategy, and those steps may have a marketing plan, but that's for a different video. There are 6 steps to the marketing strategy. The number 1 step is identify a goal, then know your customer. Then you also have to create a message, determine budget, determine channels, and lastly, measure success. Number 1, identify a goal. What's the purpose of marketing? Let's talk about good goals versus bad goals. A bad goal might be, The goal of marketing is to sell the product or service, or the goal of marketing is to make money. Although these might be actual goals for the business, these goals are very broad and general. We don't know the steps of accomplishing these goals and when we want to accomplish these goals by. Further, there's no indicator that can allow us to measure if we're making progress on these goals. So, how do we make a good goal? Well, there are various ways to make good goals, but the way we'll be talking about today is SMART goals. SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Specific means it should be a very focused and narrow goal. Having a broad goal may make it a little bit more difficult to accomplish the goal. It may also leave the business feeling they haven't been able to accomplish the goals that they're trying to in the first place. Then it should be measurable. We should have indicators set in place. Typically, these indicators are quantifiable. For example, if we wanted to sell 80 water bottles, we can have a progress report at the end of each month for 4 months saying if we sold 20 water bottles in the month or more, then we are on track. If we sold under 20 water bottles, we may need to step it up a bit. Next, the goal should also be achievable. Is this actually possible? Based on the past performance of our company, have we been able to sell as many water bottles as we're planning to sell? The goal should also be relevant. Will this goal actually help the company grow? Will this benefit the company's mission? Lastly, the goal also has to be time bound. If we don't set a deadline as to when we want to accomplish this goal by, it's going to be much harder to set steps and indicators for accomplishing this goal. Setting deadlines prevents procrastination in a business. So going back to our bad goals and making these into good goals. So in our good goal, let's first set a time. Let's say it is currently August and we want to accomplish this goal by December of 2024. So we have 4 months. That means we have a deadline. That makes our goal time bound. Now our goal needs to have something specific. So let's say Water Bottles Incorporated will sell 20 40-ounce metal water bottles. This goal is very specific because we have just shown how many water bottles we're selling as well as the type of water bottle that we are selling. We are selling 40-ounce metal water bottles and we are selling 20 of them. Now we need to make it measurable. We'll sell 20 water bottles each month for 4 months. If we are selling 20 water bottles each month, we know we're on the right track. We also need to make sure our goals are achievable. So let's set a price of $40 per bottle. Prices are very competitive. Looking at our competition, we have competitively priced our bottles as well as have made sure that both the customers are willing to pay this price and we are making a good profit margin on each water bottle that we sell. And then lastly, we need to make sure it's relevant. We're doing this to ensure the company is making enough profit margins for the business to sustain. That's our relevance. The purpose of selling these bottles is to make sure that the company has enough money to sustain and grow. If we do not have enough capital to survive, the company will have to let go of employees, resources, machinery, and then eventually the company will go bankrupt and be no longer. And that's our goal. It's also important to make sure that we can identify long-term and short-term goals. A long-term goal for Water Bottles Incorporated may be to bring water bottles to retail stores. A short-term goal may be to increase customer engagement. It may help if you also do this in the SMART goal format, but for the purpose of this video, I have just left them as so. If you have a lot of goals, you may benefit from creating an action plan. An action plan is very simple to create. All you need to do is list the task, list the steps you need to take to accomplish the task, and have a target date. For example, for Water Bottles Incorporated, our action plan might be to sell 20 water bottles. The steps we might take are reaching out to local stores, promoting on social media, creating flyers, etc. And as we said in our SMART goal, our target date is December 31st, 2024. The next part of marketing strategy is knowing your customer. Who do you want to sell this product to? It's important to have a target market. A target market is a population or group of people who can become potential customers and share certain characteristics. Without a target market, it becomes difficult to understand who will want to buy your product. There are 4 parts of a target market: demographics, such as physical attributes; psychographics, such as beliefs and values; geographics, such as location; and behavioral, such as lifestyle. So let's make a target market for Water Bottles Incorporated. Our demographics might include young to middle-aged students/adults. Our psychographics might include people that believe metal water bottles keep water cool. Our geographics might include based in San Francisco, California. And our behavioral might include people that have a healthy lifestyle and like to exercise. The third part of marketing strategy is creating a message. What do you want to convey to the customer? Show the customer why they should buy the product. You can talk about how the product will benefit the customer or why you're the one to sell it to them. You can even talk about both. For example, for Water Bottles Incorporated, our message might be, our metal 40-ounce water bottles will provide you with cold, refreshing water all day long. In terms of benefiting the customer, our water bottles will benefit them by keeping their water cold, which makes the water refreshing. Targeting why we're the ones to sell it to them, we can say our premium design allows water to stay much cooler compared to other brands. We're saying that our water bottles are better than the other ones that you might find on the market because it keeps our water much cooler, which makes it more refreshing. That's why we're the one to sell it to them. The fourth step of marketing strategy is define a budget. How much are you willing to spend, and where are you going to spend this money? It's important you set aside a budget so you're meeting company expectations while being able to market the product effectively and efficiently. You do not need to have a big budget to be able to market a product. However, a big budget may help you in doing so. In order to define a budget, we must research potential advertising streams, and then we need to understand the cost for each stream. We should also look at how much money the company is willing to set aside and spend on marketing, and allocate the company's capital in the most efficient manner so we are targeting each stream that we want to promote our product on. The next step is determining our channels. Again, going back to the streams, which streams will we allocate the money towards? Here are some common tools used in marketing a product or service. Number one is salespeople. Salespeople are people that are trained on having a lot of knowledge of the product. They're basically the experts of the product when they're explaining how a potential customer can benefit from the product. They can also answer any questions that the customer may have, but most importantly, they can close a sale, which is another topic that will be discussed in another video. The next is free advertising. Any business, in fact any person, can create free social media accounts. On the social media accounts, we can post regularly and try various formats such as posts, stories, or reels. Lastly, there's paid advertising. Paid advertising is commonly used for businesses. There's various forms of paid social media, some that you may have even heard of, such as Instagram for Business or Meta Ads. There's also YouTube advertising. The best part of using paid social media platforms like these is that you can use their algorithms and data to get your message out. For example, a lot of people might be interested in purchasing a water bottle, but they might not know of your company. If you use their algorithm, they can show your advertisement or your promotional flyer on their For You pages, hence increasing your customer database and increasing customer attraction. The last part of marketing strategy is measure your success. What's working and what needs fixing? Is your message really getting to your target market? If not, what steps can you take to improve this? What's working? Are various social media forms working for you? If they're not working, should we change those social media platforms to different social media platforms, or should we change the way we're branding our product? You can also measure your success in a quantifiable manner. For example, we wanted to sell 20 water bottles each month. If we are selling 20 water bottles each month, we are quantifying our success as we are meeting our goals. Additionally, you can use various ratios to quantify your success. For example, if you are meeting enough profits, then that's a quantifiable measure for success. You can also use various financial statements to measure your success, but that's for another topic. So recapping what was discussed today. Marketing is a tool businesses use to create awareness of their products or services. Marketing gives businesses access to potential customers, and it also helps businesses stand out from competition. A marketing strategy is a business's overall game plan. Some steps for marketing strategy are identifying a goal, which we discussed we can do through SMART goals, Know your customer. We can do this to identifying a target market. We should also create a message identifying what we want the customer to know. We can also determine a budget as to how much we want to spend and determine channels. Where will you spend that money? Lastly, once you've done all of this, you can measure your success. Is your strategy really working? If not, what needs to change? But that's all for today's video. If you have any questions for today, try accessing our additional resources or maybe leave a comment below. With that said, I'll see you all in the next video.